Oh my god. Last night was the night. It was the night I've been waiting for all month. The night we've been building up to. And, it was probably, I was right in assuming it could probably be considered the worst and the best night so far. I mean, I definitely didn't have as much fun as I did during my third ceremony, but I definitely got more done. At the very beginning, I just kept telling her to I kept telling her that the main goal for tonight is getting through that barrier, that impenetrable barrier. And it took her a while, but she did it. Took such a long time that I thought nothing was going to happen that night. I felt a lot of stuff going on in my stomach. You know, I felt her moving around in my stomach, and I figured I might, have one big purge near the end of the night, and that would be it. But oh no. Well, I think Orlando actually, once she put it out there, brought it out to the front. I think Orlando was the one who actually sucked the barrier out, and yeah, because I was having a really hard time getting it up. I was just breathing in really short, quick breaths. I was just in pain, and I was trembling all over, and I couldn't get it up. And Orlando came over and sucked it out of me. And I calmed down after that, and then asked her to start. Well, actually, then she started sending me whatever it was that was behind that barrier, and it was like the freaking purgatory of my soul. It's like everything behind that barrier was like, well, a lot bigger and much more terrifying than the small fry I'd been dealing with over the past few ceremonies. And after I realized that, I just kept telling her, stop sending me the small fry. I can deal with those later. I need to deal with the big stuff now while I'm here. While I'm here with Jill and Casey and Gary and Orlando. Because otherwise it would be too dangerous. So, I was purging all night. All night. It was like until 2 or 3 in the morning. I was bringing stuff up. But I believe one of the first things we dealt with was my epilepsy. I distinctly remember one point where I realized that I was dangerously close to having a seizure. And then I puked, and that feeling went away. And later I asked her if we had dealt with my epilepsy. And she said yes. I was like, so I'm cured? She's like, yes. You are cured. So, I'm cured. And then we dealt with so after we dealt with all the general stuff, I started requesting that we deal with certain things, starting with my fear of rejection and abandonment. And we did that. We dealt with that. And I remember during the first ceremony of this retreat, when I woke up that morning, and realized that everybody had left, I just felt this. I felt abandoned, like everybody had left me behind or something. I mean, I know they didn't intend to do anything like that, but it just that was a feeling I got when I realized that everybody was gone. So I realized that my fear of rejection was also a fear of abandonment. So we dealt with that, and we also dealt with the whatever it is that has been causing me to have a lack of flexibility in my hips. And we dealt with whatever it was that was in my right foot. And another thing that I was not counting on, I was not expecting at all. Apparently, I've been being attacked by a witch. And I don't even think she knows who she is or what she's doing. So, if the image I got was in fact the witch, then I've been being attacked energetically by Jessica Bacon. I don't blame her for anything. I know she didn't know what she was doing, and I'm hoping that once she's aware of it, it'll allow her to kind of regain control of her unconscious and stop the energetic attacks. But in fact, I'm guessing that I'm not the only one. But yeah, regardless, I'm apparently going to be protected from now on from all this. Apparently, I excrete a very unique kind of energy that greatly, that really attract like all kinds of energetic beings and creatures and stuff, which is why I was just covered with them. But she told me that from now on I'm going to be. Oh, right. Sorry.
Sorry.
From now on, I'm going to be protected from them, so I don't have to worry about them anymore. So, also, I believe that after dealing with the big stuff, I started purging the small fry in large clusters, in the forms of really much bigger creatures or monsters or whatever. So instead of taking 4 ceremonies like Orlando suspected, it only took last night for the most part, I think. I'm not entirely sure if we're completely finished, but we're pretty dang close. So after dealing with all that stuff, I decided to open up all of my chakras. I don't think any of them have been completely open before. When my solar plexus opened up, well, my base and sacral chakras were pretty simple. My solar plexus took some time, and when it opened up, I got this surge of energy pouring from it, and felt like my whole abdominal region was vibrating, and my heart chakra was one of the particularly difficult ones. I think it's been closed for a long time. It felt like there was a concrete block in it. Oh, and also the solar plexus had what I could only imagine was either either a swordfish or a model ship. Yeah. That I basically just had to lift out of it. It was about 3 feet long, and I couldn't see it particularly well, but I managed to get it out of there. Yeah, so then the heart chakra was particularly difficult, and it literally felt like there was a concrete block in it, like it was frozen shut. So I had to work that out. I think there was a lot of heartache involved in there. From past obsessions with certain individuals who didn't seemed to not even realize I was that I existed. But yeah, I got that opened up. When I opened and when it opened up, I had this, it was like searing heat pouring from it. It was really uncomfortable for a couple minutes. So I just had to let it kind of bleed out. And but yeah, once that was done, I felt a lot better. Let's see. The throat chakra was pretty simple. Felt pretty good to get that one open. The third eye was moderately easy, but she told me distinctly that one had never been completely open before. I know for a fact that one was never completely open before, and I believe it was blocked up by something. I can't remember what. Oftentimes I had to just like kind of use my fingers to stretch the chakras open. It's like, but yeah. So crown was really easy. The 8th chakra, the one just above my head, was rather stubborn. It kept closing back up again. And after opening all the others, I went back, I found out that, I realized that it had closed up again, so I had to kind of coax it back open again. Try and convince it to open up so that we could allow the love from others to come in. So you can allow other people to love us. And yeah, that got it open. other out-of-body chakras were pretty easy. I got up to the 5th out-of-body chakra, and the last one, the 12th one took some time, but when it opened up, it was like I suddenly had my own son. It was it was amazing, and it was beautiful. It was incredible to see. It was a lot bigger than I had imagined it to be. But yeah, so yeah, I got all that opened up. I think during all that, Gary was purging at some point. Oh yeah, right. He was purging for me when I was opening up my foot chakra, which was another particularly stubborn one. It took quite a while to get it open. And while I was getting it open, and I felt something dark coming up out of it. Suddenly, like Gary in the other room just started coughing, and I asked her if Gary was purging for me at that moment, and she said yes. For future reference, when I say that she said yes, it actually was more like there were two of me. That's kind of how it felt. Like there were like two versions of myself in my head, and I just had to kind of keep track of which was which. So I was. It felt like I was just kind of basically answering my own questions, but I just kind of stuck with the belief that she was the one answering them. So, and it makes sense, because I mean Miguel told me that that's one of the ways she communicates, because or the way it seems like she communicates, because when you drink the ayahuasca, your essences like merge together into one being. So I guess the best way to identify which is which would be just like recognize which part of you is the one that's consciously, intentionally asking the questions, and then which one is just randomly, spontaneously throwing out answers. That one would be her. And so, yeah, I got a lot of answers from last night. I also found out that Gary is apparently a very powerful guide that came here to help people through the shift. Hence the reason he's such a strong intuit. David suspects that Gary is in fact a divine god in disguise. But yeah, I think he's just basically a very powerful guide. I don't even know if he's aware of it, but that's the message I got from it last night. I think that's generally it. I mean, there was a lot of stuff occurred last night, but I think all that is basically the gist of it. So, yeah. Man, last night was rough and liberating, and it was the night I've been waiting for my entire life. So, yeah, I'm cured.